need to build the consistency, the habits. So if you fear losing money, then you have a big problem. And money has nothing to do with your emotion. I don't make money when you lose. You will not make money when I lose. And you will not make money when anybody loses as well. So that's how the business is. So psychologically, preparing yourself for what is coming, it's better than you being there trying to train yourself at the time. But also with brokers, they've made it simple. You have a micro account. You can put 100 rands there. You can trade in micros. You don't lose much. Maybe you lose like 1 rand, 2 rand. But it's not about the money at first. It's about the information, practicing the right information.
Own it, man. I'm keeping it blue.
If right now I could just specifically insult you based on something that you have, and then you're like, oh, he insulted me, he insulted you. So you repeat that continuously, and then it becomes a thing. But if I say something and you're like, fuck off, it doesn't matter. Instantly that thing goes away, you forget about it. So that's how you should be in this game. I call it a game, because there are rules, there are things you have to do. Trading is simple. You have to learn one pattern, look for it every day. Know what it is, how it looks, when it's going to happen, which is part of the specifications. Yes, I might have been the biggest winner now, but at one point I was the biggest loser. Funny enough, for me, I never had anyone who was there, always constantly making follow-up with me. Yes, I was inspired to learn trading. I was motivated by some of the people whom I've seen ahead, but no one was there constantly following up. So I don't have a role model, a person, a mentor, whom I can refer to every time. So you guys are very fortunate, because you have a reliable source that is constantly there to make sure that you are getting the same results that we have, that we are getting, because everybody here can win and will win, provided you do everything as you are being told or taught. So, today, I'll be giving away some prizes, 10,000 up for grabs. Okay. I'm good. Jay.
Come on, guys.
These people are rich. They don't want it. They don't want it. They're like, They're like, I'll blow it anyway. So I'll be giving away 10,000 rands, which is capital. But if you buy groceries, you remain in poverty. I'm serious. Like, so you take the money, like, I'll just, I'll buy 10 kg of rice. And the next thing, a bottle of, what did I drink? So you lose it all. So the reason why I'm giving away this money is to provide capital for some. I've seen some people send me inbox like, hey, can you fund my account? No one has ever funded me, ever. No one, not a single soul. Not family, not friends. Okay, I didn't have colleagues because I never worked. So I'll be giving away 10,000 as capital to sponsor some of you. That is my money. It's not sponsored by anyone. And it's not from any broker, as you can see. There's no broker here. It's only me. I did it for myself. Yeah, many were requesting to be part of this, but I was like, no, I'm just going to do my own thing. Because independence is very much important. I think that's what I represent. So we're going to be giving away the 10,000 rand plus 2 books for free, right? So before we start, is there anyone here who paid for a book and have not yet received it? Okay, no one. All right, good. So, is there anyone here who's looking to buy the book today? You motherfuckers are broke. Okay. Right. I was doing that to make it simple, like for the channeling. Okay, so how did this book come about? The results of this book, it's more of an abusive relationship, you know? Like, how we are, shout to it's the same thing. So, it's pain, because now in the market there is pain. You continuously lose, to a point whereby you do an introspection, you do a checkup on yourself, and you want to know what is it that I'm doing wrong, or what is it that I have wrong, right? So at a point, I was like doing everything that everybody was doing, being an architecture, drawing trend lines, of course, right? So was drawing trend lines, doing all the S&D, supports and resistance, HLZ, high liquidity zones, robots, indicators. I've used a lot of things in terms of robots and whatsoever. Up to a point where I'm like, it's just kicked in. You get this thought of, why am I trying so hard to analyze the market? Why am I doing all of this work? What is this thing actually doing? You know, like, look at the market for what it is, not what I think it is. That's where most people are misunderstanding the markets. We look at the market for what we think it should do, not what it must do. So most of the time we spend a lot of energy and time trying to control the market on what it should do, how it should move, rather than just observing, being an observer and taking your trades where the market says do so. We only have to make one decision, whether you buy or sell, right? So I took my time. At the time, okay, I've always been a loner. The information that you watch from my podcast, it's genuine. There's nothing fakery there. So it's genuine. That's a true story. I've always been a loner. As I said, I didn't have anybody to look up to, anybody to report to. I think that's why I hate jobs, because now you have to report.
Yeah.
You know. Yeah, hey. She's crying. So now, looking at that, I was like, okay, I need to look at the market for what it is and find the truth. And the only way to find the truth is you need to be humbled. Not the type of humble that you say I should have. I don't have pride, I'm proud, right? So there's a difference. But if you broke, it's pride. So, hey, broke people, they love sympathy. I'm like, but why? So now, the coming up of this book was the realization of the market. What is the market continuously doing? What is the specific pattern that the market keeps on doing? What is currently occurring in the marketplace? Right? So that's where I took my time and I was doing this, following up the market. At night, I was like back testing, going back in time and checking if I see something, I'm going to continuously look for it. Look at the probability of how many times that thing is going to show. And then during the day, I would observe the markets, like just look at the markets, no execution. Because another problem is you guys, once you look at the market, you just want to execute. You've never been in the market just to observe, right? So for me, I was looking at the market and I was observing day and night. That is what I was doing. Why was I doing that? I was collecting evidence. That is how you collect evidence. You need to see something repetitively to a point whereby no one can talk you out of it. And that is not a joke. I think you've made people these days, they make everything a joke. Just to trend. South Africa has become a country whereby people's failures have become a joke. You fall, they make you a laughing stock. You get fired, they make you a laughing stock. So it's a country which makes entertainment out of people's misfortune. That is nothing to laugh about. Because provided it was you, how would you have felt? Right, so to continue, now, in this book, I also speak of the psychology of trading, whereby there are specific things when it comes to psychology of which you should apply. Psychology is based on how you think, it's the mindset. Because the mind, how it works, you get information, you create a pattern, you exercise it, it becomes a habit. Once it becomes a habit, then it's permanent. And once something is permanent, you don't have to practice like to remember it. So you do it to a point whereby it's settled. You don't have to keep on trying hard. So automatically it's there. That's how it works. So in particular, when you talk about the psychology of trading, basically you need confidence. I've already mentioned, how do you build confidence? Confidence is built by consistent practice of seeing the one and the very same thing happening multiple times. Just like the 7-1 format, I'm still going to do a depiction. So you're going to be practicing to a point whereby it becomes permanent. And from that point, you cannot forget. And another thing, as you practice, you don't try to make the 7-1 format work. You use it as it is. That is how it's going to be easier for you. You use it as it is. You don't try to make it work. You don't add other stuff. You don't try to color it. You don't try to shade it. Because how are you going to know if it works or not? As I said, priority, the truth. As long as you know that this thing is genuinely working, I'm not doing hard. Like this book, it's not even everywhere. Showing what? I'm not a book seller. I'm not a salesman. If I wanted to sell books, right by tomorrow, this book could be all over media streams, on all websites, because I can afford that. And I know people, even in some of you. There are people here who are in positions which I know that they can make things happen for me. But I'm not abusing power. I'm not abusing their space as well. We have everyone here in this audience. People from the banks, people from the health department, people from defense, right? Even millionaires. But I'm not going to point them because, hey, you guys. So, showing what? For some of the people I know that they have millions, they're here, they still continue to trade because it's fun. it's fun. Okay, there's a reason, right? Someone is trading for fun, someone is trading to survive, someone is trading to maintain, someone is trading to develop. So we're in different phases. So if you're still trading for survival, you cannot compete with someone who's trading for fun. Because for them, even if they lose 50,000, they don't care. Even if they lose like 100K, you're like, oh, okay, it's just one of those. So if you're on the lower level, maybe you're staying with your parents or you have children, single mothers, you're just trading to survive, to cover your basics, right? You make profits, you withdraw profits. You don't take screenshots, you withdraw profits. You do something with it. Because you need to build the consistency, the habits. Withdrawal, even if it's little profits, build the habits of withdrawing. And another major problem when it comes to Forex, is that people, they are not, they don't have the capacity to be satisfied. In this business, you must be satisfied. You need to be grateful. When you see profit, you take it. You don't take a screenshot. How many times have you taken a trade, goes into profit, you're like, I want more. And then it takes more. So, such things are caused by being ungrateful, I'd say. So now, there I was speaking on the confidence. So another reason which causes distrust or which causes a person not to behave well, it's lack of information. As we hear today, is to get the information which I believe will work for you continuously. Information is power, because with information you can make a lot of money, but with a lot of money without information you can lose it all, right? So it's possible. Money is not power. Knowledge is power. And if you use it correctly, you get more power and more money. So money is the result of what you do. Now, lack of knowledge is what I'm trying to kill here, just like the blowists. So, confidence also can be a bad thing because it also affects your greediness. It triggers that part. You get more confidence, you trust the trade over, you go above and beyond. The market is there, you're trading, you just like it's full margin, right? And then you go all in. It's not a bad thing, understand? It's not a bad thing, but depending on the position. I can go full margin on a 10K account. It will not like, I'm like, okay. Yeah, well, whereas someone for 10K, they will want to hang themselves. They'll kick the dog, slap the wife, and leave the house. So sometimes overconfidence leads to greediness. For some, this happens where it's a point whereby you take 1 or 2 trades, you win, you close profits second time, profits third time, and then the fourth time you're like, now I got this, and then you go all in, and then you lose your account. Because you've been winning, and now you think you'll win forever. And then that's where it hits you hard. So this also comes, this overconfidence thing also hit me on copy trading. On copy trading, I was then trading over 2 million rands. I was trading over 2 million rands. And the accounts were accumulating. People who funded their accounts with $100, some were running at 20,000 USD from $100. 20,000 USD, that's over 400,000. You know, some of the people who had big funds deposited, I told them to pull out. Some, they left the funds there, some, you know. So the account was, I had a loss, which kind of dropped the account down. I think right now it's sitting at like 500, so I lost like more than 1.5 million. Because of overconfidence and trusting too much. So it happens. So the only way to kill that, or the only way to lower that, is to have a trading plan and you stick by it. You have rules. You enter this time, you out this time. And you keep to those rules. Because if you don't, the market will penalize. It was painful. It was painful dropping from 2 million to like 500K. But I know I didn't make that money by luck, and I will still make more. Not that I will still make more, right? I started copy trading this year in April. I started this year in April. So it's only been April, May, June, July I stopped, so it's been 3 months. And I was able to do that, right? Okay, let me say this so you guys understand. The initial capital of the people who deposited and made the deposit, the total rounds to 2 million. On that 2 million, I have made a profit at that time of 600%. You remember the rate, I even posted it. So if you're going to take 2 million and you times it by 600%, how much is that? That's more money. That's a lot, right? So there is money in this thing. And the thing that I like about Forex money is you don't need anybody else. You don't sell anything. It's a business you can do anywhere. You don't have to report to anyone. You don't have to even to tell me anything, what you're thinking, what you think is going to happen. You don't have to recruit. This is not a recruition. I know somebody like, he's secretly paid. No. This is not a recruiting. I found a way and it's working. And I'm like, well, it can work for you too. Right? So I'm not recruiting you in anything. Yes, we took the names, the numbers, because we want to do the draw. Yeah, bo. So you too will do the same thing. It's called aspiration. You inspire, then you aspire. That's how it works. Now, the overconfident part, that's what it happens, right? But because I know that I have the full information, I have the right method, I can still make it back. So if I can make more than 10 million in 3 months, it's over 10 million actually, in 3 months, and I have like the next 5 years or a lifetime, which shows that the probability, which shows that the advantage is there. We can still make more, right? But you don't come to this for the love of money. You come to this with the law, with the urge to understand the market. So that's why you should do it. That's why you need to do this. I know you need money more than anything, but you'll figure out as soon as you get it, then what? You know? Those debts are gonna finish. Receive in Jesus' name. Hey, that people wants. Hey, receive. Hey, ngiyadlala njalo ngazini ngishaya. Hey, khona abafundisi la. Okay, so now, I'm done with the psychological parts. So this guide, specifically, why you need this guide? The reason why you need this guide, I cannot talk every day, right? I'm a human. Sometimes you phone me, I'm playing my good music, I'm enjoying, cruising in my Ranger, and then you call, you disturb my music. You know, I'm like, what the? You know, so it kills my mood. I'm not gonna pick up, yeah, but when you have the book and you have the sessions, so each and every time you have a misunderstanding, it's simple. You just go to the book. The book will never say, fuck off, don't read me. So the book doesn't have emotions. The book doesn't have anything, because when I wrote it, I was sober-minded. Okay, I had a few shots of Hennessy. Just kidding. So the book doesn't have emotions, right? It was written based on the final output of the study that I was doing for myself. So it's a self-help book. I was doing it for me, right? So you also get the benefits of learning from this. So that is why I think you should have the book. It's not too big, as you can see. The first version, yeah, was big. It was this much. But now this you can carry anywhere, even in a taxi. You can read. I'm not saying do that, but do that. So you can carry it at a restaurant, wherever, even at your work, just to remind yourself. Right, so now I think we're going to be going to the charts. I'll be doing most of the charts work and then showing you how we get to do this. Before I start, I would like to know from you guys, what are your expectations today? Not that I'm going to fulfill them. Okay, I know some of you are just here for the money, eh? Okay, so what are your expectations today? What is it that I can say that you think can help you? What is it that I can say What is it that you think I can say that might help you? Yes, ma'am.
To fully break down the methods.
Yeah, put it there. Sorry.
Some will go out. We fully understand what is expected of us to do with the 714 method. That is the main thing. So that when I'm alone at home, I'm independent, and then I do it on my own.
Okay. The other, she's saying that for her, she wants to understand the breakdown of the 714 method so that she knows what to do exactly and maintain her dependency or independency. The other one? Whose hands was up? Why are you here? Yes, ma'am.
Sorry. Okay.
Oh, why am I here? It's because I would like to have I would like to have a skill from you because I look up on you.
Okay. So the reason why he's here is to have a skill. Is to have a skill, okay? Omunye, yeah, it is. He steps in. Shout. Yeah? Anguzo. Khuluma.
Sorry. It is.
Ngilana ngoba ufuna ukubona umashaya.
How?
How dark it poison.
Hey. Sungibonile sungagodu. Right. Okay. Utabo is one of the people. I don't know. This guy is everywhere. Wherever I am, he's there. Mangenga host and is there. I know there are people who like to follow me. So he's been in the game for past few months. Luckily, I met him as a school. I think by that time I was doing grade 11 to 12, and then I said, he will inbox me on Facebook first, then on WhatsApp. And then I told him to wait. So I was like, hey, I'm interested in this trading, I want to do it, but I'm still at school. At home, they don't understand. I was like, no, just do one thing at a time, finish off school, and then I will teach you. I'll still be alive. So he finished school, and then I taught him. We met in Mandeni, because he's from Joburg. So I think I'm surprised to see me as well. So I think one time he came by for, not sure whether it's work or visitation of family members. So I also gave him the book. So he's been learning. So for him, he's been able to maintain himself. Because that's what trading does, Once you start making money for yourself, you get to be the real you without having to lie or pretend to other people. Okay, let's see here. How many people here have the book? Raise your hands. 1, 2, 3. And Tabo, or it's just you guys. So no ladies. Kaninenzani man? Everything, children. Malwan, took Malwan. Oh, she's out. Okay. All right. So, okay, how many people here who are already trading? Okay, even if you're blowing it, paramis. Okay, these are blowists. So, how many people here are new, here for the first time? Who are the Virgin Forex? Or Forex Virgins? Is that how it works? Oh, Nina didn't fall up. How? Raise your hand if you're trading, few people here. Raise your hand if it's your first time, there's hands. So where do you fall? Because Bishop fell. I know, besides the copy trading, because I need to know, I need to see which majority most people fall under. I'm going to cover all. Where's my PC? That was the first one. So I've already spoken about this. The impatience of trading, lack of knowledge. So impatience also. Impatience is a result of not knowing what will happen in the markets. If you don't know what will happen, you become impatient. For example, if I didn't say I was going to be here at 12, I just said I will be at Blue Waters Hotel. I don't give you time. So you would have gotten here, you're like, hey, he's not coming, and then you go. And then I come, I find a few people here, and then I leave. And then others are going to come late. They're like, oh, he said he was going to be here. Oh, I'm going. Why? Because you were not given the time of when I'll be there or when I'll be here. So impatience. shows the void or the shortage of information. So I will surpass this. These are the types of markets. We have a bullish market, bearish markets, and a ranging, which is consolidating or moving sideways. This is our MetaTrader. This is called MetaTrader, right? We have MetaTrader 4, MetaTrader 5. The only difference in MetaTrader 4 and MetaTrader 5, it's the servers. It's the servers. Yes, MT5 might have a few more features, but it still does the same thing. Not that you can make more money on MT5. Well, you see some people, you made so much money. Which MT4 are you using? I'm on MT5. It's just like when people ask you, which broker are you using? It's like, oh, there's just a broker who just gives you money unnecessarily, right? So this is MT4. Okay, this is MetaTrader, right? Where we do the work, as you can see here. And where we have currencies here, Euro USD, USD Chief, GBP Chief, and GBP USD. So it may be called Forex trading, but all in all, it's financial trading, right? So Forex simplifies the terms, the currencies. We have pound, yen, dollar, Japanese yen, oh, I've already said that. The pound, and then you have Swiss. So basically all the countries, they have their own currencies. We trade those things. But for me, I shy away from trading currencies because it takes time to move. Sometimes you get a good move, but slow profits. So that also builds the inconsistency because you're holding trades for long and there is no money. So right now, my only focus is on gold, US 30, US 30 and US 100s. Why do I trade those things? Because small move, you make profits. You keep it blue and you take profits, not just the screenshots, right? So over here, there's also fundamentals. I'm just gonna, because I'm rushing to get to the charts. So also we have fundamentals, which is news. Some of you may regard. So news, what happens in the news? There is a volatility injection. There is speed applied in the market. So when the news come out, just like the whole Forex business, it's a business. So each country measures how they move based on companies buying and selling and all of that, because that's a major thing on all businesses. They're buying something, they're selling something. Even with the countries, they're producing something, they're receiving something, exports and imports. So they measure all of these things and they build on reports. So now you're gonna get these injections in the movement, just like CPI, consumer price index, producer price index, non-farm payroll, interest rates, currencies, and unemployment. Okay? So now these things, they only provide the speed in the markets. The markets will do what the market is to do, regardless of what you think, regardless of how you feel. The markets will do what it has to do. I know some people are like, oh, fundamentals, they always go against, they always, but I've proven that it's a lie, saying that the brokers can see what, and do that. The only thing that a broker can do is the spread differentiation. Yes, they can widen the spread when there's fundamentals, and then also reduce it fast. And that is natural in terms of the markets. Evident that the non-farm or the fundamentals all in one, they work for you. When you make profits out of fundamentals without understanding, it's a good thing. But when you blow your account, the fundamentals, so you complain. But when you made money, fundamentals are great, right? So they may not move the same. So here's the reason why traders lose. It's greediness. And as a result, with the 714 method, the book, not just the book, but the method, the application of it, there's only one bad thing about this book, or applying the method here. The only negative thing that will make you to not consistently win, it's greediness. That's the only bad thing I've realized, it's greediness. Because if you're going to trade under normal volume, or you use the right risk percentage, you're going to lose, but you control your losses. But if you're going to gamble with this information, your account will not survive any losses, so you'll just lose. So when you prefer each and every mistake you make, each and every mistake or trade you take, rather you lose the entire account, rather than closing the loss and having an opportunity to be able to recover it. One event that I always talk about with MJ, who is, okay, he's out. Jay remembers very well, one time we met with the big guys from Stanger, like guys who like running them, who managing a lot of businesses in Stanger. So we were doing trading. They were like, hey, we want to see how this thing works, so we want to find out. They summoned up a capital of 50,000 rands to trade. I think it was a fundamental. This was a fundamental day. So they came to the office, we funded that account, we traded. So for me, I was like sitting there at the corner and I was just looking at the market. So what happened was the market went against our trades. So everyone there was just watching. You know, like instantly, like when it's fundamental, instantly it goes into a loss. Everybody walked out the room. They just left, like, fuck this thing, I'm gone. So they all just left, right? And I'm sitting there, I'm looking at the charts, and then Jay is outside as well. He's like talking to them, like, no, guys, this is how it works. So for them, they were like, whatever, you know? So what I did, I'm looking at the loss from 50,000 to minus 20, minus 30, minus 40. I'm like, at 47, I'm like, okay. And then when it was minus 47, it kept on floating now. It kept on floating right there. So the balance was like 3,000, 4,000, 5,000. So it just kept on doing that. I was like, fuck this shit. I went to like, it was MT5. I went to all trades. I closed all the trades. And then the account was left with 3,000 rands. And Jay comes back, he's like, dude, I'm like, yeah, I closed the losses. He's like, why did you close the losses? This is not our money, this is everybody's money. Now they're gonna come after me. I'm like, yeah, but they've already accepted the loss. You saw them leave. So he was like furious on them. I'm like, no, just let's trade. You sit there, I'm gonna sit here. We're gonna scalp, right? We're gonna scalp. I'll sit at the corner, don't say anything. If I say buy, you buy. If I say close, you close. If I say sell, you sell. Don't ask me any other thing. Then I continue to stay on the same corner. I'm looking at the charts. So now we did the same thing. I'm analyzing the markets. We went to a lower time frame, I think M1 and M5. So I was telling him like, buy now. And then he'd barcode, you know, like all in. And then he'd buy, say close. He close like, how much? 5K. Okay, wait, okay. Then I observe. Okay, sell. Goes all in. Look, like 3 candlesticks, like kept moving, close. So it did that up until I think 7 p.m. From 3 p.m. to 7 p.m. And that night we closed the account with 60,000 from 3,000. Showing what? Information, not money. Right? So you can have a little money, but as long as you understand what you're doing, you will make a lot of money. That's how it is. So basically that day, we were able to recover all the losses, but the profit we made was 10,000, you know, but we were able to bring the account back. Showing what? If you know what you're doing, basically you can't have doubts and you trust in your own work. And you don't discuss this. Even if you came here with your wife, when you're trading, you trade on your own. Because you'll be like, baby, I just blown my account. And she'll file for divorce. This day, they don't think twice. They're like, hey, yesterday you came late from work. Today you came late from work. I want a divorce. So, hey, right, so I don't have a solution for women in terms of you dealing with your emotions. You're just going to have to eat them. There's no other way, honestly. Right, so basically, this is the skeleton of how the 714 method works. This is the pattern that we're looking for. This is the search game that you all are doing. So this is how it moves, right? If the market is going to sell, you want to see something like this. The yellow line represents an opening price. The green line is an indication of the market's direction. And then the blue line, that's why I make your salary in a second. Just kidding. So that's why you take your trades. So basically, we are using our local time. This is the clock you use. Because now you guys, you watch these international videos, you watch all this stuff, and then you come back like, well, what's the time zone? Which time is it? It's this one on your wrist. If you don't have one, buy one. So this is the time you're using. Now, you observe the market from 1. You want to see if this direction, will it go up or will it go down? So 1 to 2, you just observe. You want to see which direction the market is going to take. This is not the exact thing, but it's a depiction of what you should see or what to expect. So you know what you're looking for. Now, if the market is going to open from 1 to 2, just an hour, later on you may expect a drop in the market price. You may enter there at the top. The range usually, based on my research, I found that that's about 50 pips of the market going up is what you need to see. So if the market is going to open and then goes up 50 pips, on top you may look for sells, you may look for confirmation for the market to come down. But there is more precise things that I've never disclosed that I know exactly if it's going to turn there. You know, these days, people are opportunists. Before the 714 method, no one was talking about 714 method. They were talking about trend lines, selling their trend lines. Now there's the 714 method, now they're selling it. They're recreating videos, they're doing all of those stuff. So as for you guys, since you all are here for the source, right? So I know some of you think Masha's services are very expensive. Why is he selling a book for 5,000? Because it made me more than millions, not even. It's made me a lot of money. And note that I knew the information before I published the book. So the day you find out that the 714 method is not the day it was drafted, right? So, where was I? Okay. Now from 2 p.m. you sell your markets from 2 to 4 basically. You're just looking for 50 pips. If you're trading gold, it's easy to get 50 pips every day. If you're trading something else, it's easy to get 50 pips every day. 1 candlestick is enough, 2 candlesticks is enough, especially if you're going to trade US 30, US 100s, and gold. It makes things easier. So this is a sell setup, and this is a buy setup. 1 p.m., the opening price, you mark that. The market should dip 50 pips. You look for it. Sometimes it will not go like beyond 50 pips, right? It will go maybe like 30, 20, and then it goes back up. So this is how the market is working or operating, and then later it goes up. So this is the sort of structure that you are looking for in your price action. Price action is not a strategy. It simply tells you price in action. It's price action. Right? I know some of you have paid so much money for those patterns. This is the example we're going to be using. This is your charts. I'm looking at US 30 right now. But this is applicable throughout. Shh. Hey, neatly set up. Right. So this is how the chart is. Hey. Yeah. Oh. Right, so this is how the chart is, right? The time frame that I'm using right now, it's M15, because I'm doing, it's already passed. So, but when I'm trading live, I use M5. I hope you get that. If I'm trading live, I'm using M15, but since I'm back testing, I'm going to use M15. You can use M15 also when you're trading live. How do you use M15? Use M15 to H1 if you want to see basically which direction the market is most likely to conclude from, right? So if it's going to be like continuously buy for the rest of the day or continuously sell for the rest of the day. So that is what you want to see. So now on your charts, you set your alarms on your phone. So as soon as your phone rings, the alarm, You're gonna go to your charts, you mark, you're using our local time. So the charts, it's 1 hour ahead of us. The time only goes well during December, during November to April actually. So that's why their time matches ours. But right now it's an hour ahead. So which means 1 p.m. your alarm rings, it's gonna say 1400 on your charts. That's why a lot of people, they get, So, what you wanna see between 1 and 2 is where the market is most likely to have to go. Which day was it? The 14th. I think this was a CPI day.